Buenos días, estudiantes. This lesson is on the future perfect tense. So we've seen present perfect, I have walked. We've seen past perfect, I had walked. And so now we're going to talk about I will have walked. So we use the future perfect tense to express what will have happened by a certain time in the future. So in English, we would say, I will have gotten my degree by then. She will have planted several plants before she leaves. He will have alerted the entire neighborhood by that time. We will have watched the movie before he comes. You all will have allowed them to leave. They will have passed all their exams by then. It will have been a complete success before they arrive. So that's future perfect. In English, we still use that auxiliary verb have and then the past participle, and we just use, in English to indicate something in the future, we use will. So we put that together. It's the future perfect. So in Spanish, to form the future perfect tense, we use haber in similar ways to what you've done for present perfect and past perfect, but you just conjugate haber in the future tense of haber. And so that becomes, it has it changes its stem a little bit, but haber in future tense becomes habré, habrás, habrá, habremos, habréis, habrán. And then you just add that past participle to it. So, for example, el lunes habremos visto el famoso cuadro de El Greco. On Monday, we will have seen Greco's famous painting. So it isn't Monday yet. Let's say it's Saturday. But by the time Monday gets here, it will be in the past because we will have seen it. It's a future event right now, but at some point we get far enough into the future that eventually that becomes a past thing. And that's what the future perfect tense is expressing. And it's not super important that you kind of understand and think through exactly all the implications of that. But just know in English, when you want to say something like, I will have done it, in future perfect tense in Spanish, habré. So the future perfect is often used with para or dentro de and then a time reference. So for example, para entonces Elena habrá explorado la ciudad. So by then, Elena will have explored the city. Or dentro de 3 meses habré aprendido mucho. Within 3 months, I will have learned a lot. You can also use the future perfect tense to speculate about something that may have happened in the past. In Spanish, you can. We use like could or must have, but they will more often use the future perfect tense. So, ¿cómo se habrá roto el brazo Miguel? So, like, how will Miguel have broken his arm? And literally in English, it's like, well, no one would know that because it hasn't happened yet. You're like predicting the future, but that's not really what they mean when they use it in this kind of context in Spanish. It's just wondering, like, how could he have broken his arm? You could answer, no sé, se habrá caído. So I don't know, he must have fallen. So they use future perfect tense in that sense also.